Okay, this is a weird set of bits. Hi, I am Molly. I'm your game master. I use she/her pronouns, and I'm going to be running this game as your game mistress. I'm going to throw it over to my friend Adora.
I'm Adora. I use she/her pronouns. I'm playing the character Celestrina, who also uses she/her pronouns.
And finally, to my friend Scarlett.
I don't know why I waited like there was more people it could have been. It's just me. Hi, I'm Scarlett. I use she/her pronouns. I'll be playing Bay, who uses they/them pronouns.
Or they/them pronouns.
They/them. They/them.
They/them. Or whatever. Love it. Love our people. Thank you so much for joining us on the final episode of season 3. Season 3. Season 3, she said with confidence. Let me get that up. All right. Drying brown grasses cling to the dirt between scattered rocks here on the northern edge of the Pigeon Tudu Mountains. Their blades are tousled by a cool, dry wind on this late autumn, early winter evening. Heard long before it's seen, a train of floating discs approaches. They quickly grind to a halt over this patch of grass, and as you look up, there's a small town, maybe 200 or 300 people's worth of buildings that seem to cling low in between the rocks, just as the grass does here on this edge of Onoramel territory here in the province of Admurs. A whistle breaks through the night, the quietude, the wind. A tall, hooded figure disembarks. Just a flash of red locks betrayed beneath her hooded, ambiance, her hooded je ne sais quoi.
Visage.
Her hooded visage. A significantly, just a hip high to her, a smaller figure hops down off of the same track. Another similarly tall, a few Vulpin, disembark along with a smattering of other folks, all cloaked, ready to go into the night. From behind the cloak, as the train pulls from behind their cloak, Bayou reviews the fractured parchments they acquired in the base of the Daragarak ship one last time. Bring the Daragarak to the Onorama lands. Interrupt and pilfer any Ohabala or Malgakdar efforts. You may take anything from the surrounding area that you wish. You will need them for the work that is in front of you. Employment will be provided for you by my followers. They will be well fed and taken care of. On this night, Mburi 1, Veivinu, turn of the wheel 3213, you will gather your forces at the foot of the northernmost spire of the Pigeon Tudu Mountains, where we will provide you with the transport to complete the work, of which the details are redacted, per our agreement, in service of the Jinn of Ankara-Diveden, wielder of the Scepter of the Shards, mistress of history's lost creatures, who you know to be Hirja. Should you complete this, you'll be named High Admiral of the Withering Archipelago. Long may you reign, Bearatu may fall, and the false commissar with it. Base rolls this scroll up one last time and shoves it in their back pocket and traces their eyes along the mountains to find this northernmost spire and make their way from this small town that they were dropped in to the loading zone. Moving quietly through the night, the group makes their way past the town with very little noticing. A dog yapping here and there. Woof woof.
Whoa, whoa.
Wah wah. Is that what French people say?
Yeah, that's what French people say.
Hi.
Sorry if you're French and I just butchered that horribly.
Le chant dit wah wah. Oh, c'est très bien, c'est très bien. Le person de France. C'est très bien, c'est très bien. And you arrive to the first thing that you will see is you see a humanoid of Goliath stature, about 7 feet tall, and from as you approach by you see a kind of a row of three moon gems. Yeah, right, moon gems. That's what I've been calling them. Moonstones inlaid in their skull.
Oh, okay.
Inlaid in their skull, and you see it kind of lighting up their downturned head. And so you and your conglomeration behind you, you have a very tall orc who is slouching to make themselves look smaller, a pair of Vulpin, some halflings, some Triton, some tieflings, two surprisingly faceless creatures. As you kind of reach over Celestrina and quickly shut and kind of like seal the robe of Jenkins for the last time, as the many hands are like pressing out against it to make it kind of look like a more stocky figure. You see a creature made of whirling wind that seems to be, with every step, seems to kick up a small whirlwind of dust. The ever wonderful Aaron, of course, making a few comments about Celestrina's comportment as he makes his way along with the party, and a centaur, all dressed to the same, wearing the common Daragarak robes with the customary labrys, with the gear inset dripping blood. In this case, their sign of their faith, and you see this Goliath in the distance with their skull lit up. What would you like to do?
And
before they clock you, like what do you say into the troops?
Oh yeah. Well, just also that Celestrina is disguised as someone else here, so there's not red locks anymore. Those are gone since the train.
As you got off the train, what shape did you take?
The shape of one of the Daragarak members that the Sid crew met in the season 2.5 episodes. We have information about them, their background, their name, their appearance, and that allows me to use the Mask of Many Faces to disguise as them.
So taking the shape of Shah, one of the Justicars of Comis, you see Celestrina kind of putting on face and concealing face. Many of the other magic users take random forms to kind of conceal their identities as well. Only a few going in as actually themselves, Bayou among them. Is that not true, Bayou?
No, I don't think Bay has the ability to deceive themselves emotionally, to disguise themselves.
So, you see anything you're gonna say to your troop of 15 before you go in?
I don't know what I'm gonna do for a Shah voice, but at least during this speech, we'll just do a Celestrina voice. So, all right. Now, remember, all of the signals you described for when it's time to bail and our escape plans that we discussed. And as soon as we talk to this person with the moonstones in the skull, remember to let us, looks at Bay, mostly let me do the talking. As we go through here. We don't know what the work is going to be. We don't want to end up doing something to hurt people, so we may have to bail sooner, but we want to stick around as long as we can to gather as much information as we can.
Hear, hear! And you hear Taz saying, yeah! Or Aaron will be, go off, queen! You look great, by the way. What an upgrade! The astral projection occupying a robe in this case of Aaron. So
Great.
they you make your way up and you can start to approach what you're assuming is the contact for Hirja.
Okay, let's do it.
Bay will also have cast Enhance Ability on Celestrina.
Awesome.
Okay, this is where we're going to start keeping track of spell slots. Make sure you mark that one off.
That's a third level spell, right? Or second?
Second.
Okay, nice. You got a couple of those, right?
Yes.
Very good. Okay, so that's you selecting Charisma, I assume?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Just looking that up, but I vaguely know
It gives you advantage on everything.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So we can start this interaction, however.
You're gonna
we walk up, we wave.
Okay. Are you ready to serve?
We are here as promised.
Where's the orc? The crossbow?
Kwa'u was unable to come. We were attacked by some ruffians, and we're still cleaning up from that, but rest assured he's on his way, and we are, in the meantime, the most capable artisans available.
Great. Walk with me. And the Goliath will take you, will kind of like lead you up the mountain, probably about a 20-minute walk into the kind of into behind view, kind of like breaking view of the town from through the mountain, right? And you will arrive to, you'll see it before you arrive, and when you arrive to this circle, you see a number of mages standing in incantation, a giantling, a triton, and a giantling, triton, and an owlkin. Or sorry, a Harangon. And they all have gems inset in their skulls. And you are looking around. You also see a minotaur, and so you have these 5 creatures, and they'll turn to you and say, "You're going to be teleported inside. We're once they finish convoking this ritual, you're going to be moved inside of a space. We have a connection who has given us access to a place of special value for the city. And some of you, and we'll point off the summons. You will go cause a distraction in the lobby. You will go sow some chaos." Pointing at Taz, Ember, Aaron, Guxa, and Asifa, say, you will be assigned to keep watch on the Council of the Blade and make sure that no one gets out. That hopefully no one tries to leave, but if they do, then no one gets out. And he will motion to he'll kind of split the remainder of the group up to kind of make sure that the Council of the Blade goes unfettered, and then he'll point at you. You will be with what the fuck is her name? You will be with Mintha. And you look over and you see this 6'4" minotaur looking creature. And as it smiles at you, you see a moonstone filling in one of its teeth. And it kind of grins at you. And you will be watching our VIP. I trust you seem to have the most power of the bunch.
We can look around and then kind of nod. Before we begin, we are here to serve, and I would never. We all serve Kwa'u and also the Jinn of. What was the Jinn of?
Comus.
Oh, and Comus. But he's been frustratingly vague thus far with exactly what the work is that we'll be doing. He's given us all tasks to prepare, but they're random and seem unconnected. So please, could you give us more details about exactly what the plan is so that we can be properly prepared?
This is what you call a need-to-know basis. Follow Minta. Follow Minta. Do what Minta says. You're going to be protecting what I have to tell you is that they're very important and what they're doing cannot go interrupted.
Fine. We are here to serve.
Do your duties well. Meet back up at the chamber we arrive in, and we will get you back out. And what was promised Kwa'u will be delivered. Yurja is a woman of her word.
How will we be transported back out?
And they pull out a scroll of teleportation. And as you're looking at it, you can tell that this is one of the ones that Llewellyn stole from the school.
Awesome.
That's something that Bayou would notice.
I think that maybe what will happen now is like Taz covertly, sendings with us a little, and so we're able to use Taz as like a little bit of like a hub, and like
okay. So you hear,
and we're able to say like,
if you will,
in Celestina's voice is in my head. Let's follow along with this for now. If anything, us being there to protect a VIP will give us the opportunity to disrupt something important. And of course, if you're watching over the Council of the Blades, well, you can make sure that nothing happens to them.
And Taz will say, like anything's going to happen to the Council of Blades. I know so many wizards that will get us through this. It's going to be fine.
And my goal, I hope, is that Taz can communicate to everyone else to go along with it for now.
And you hear, everyone sort of seems to nod as this flurry of divination magic kind of spreads throughout your group and then comes back. Kind of hoping that nobody is running detect magic.
Yeah. Also, don't forget to check in every 10 minutes during the operation to make sure that we're all still safe and doing okay.
Just grinder notifications going everywhere.
Is that what a grinder notification sounds like?
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
Yeah. So, hey, trans women on Grinder, if you know, you know, IYKYK. Oh God. So the ritual begins to whir. Anything you want to do by you before you get zipped out?
I don't think so.
All right, cool. So as you step into this and you see this kind of, you are shucked into this this odd Jesus, this strange dimension. You seem to move through. You feel yourself blink into total non-existence for a moment, like the entirety of your life just like clicks out of gear, and you have absolutely no sensation, no sense of time, and then everything clicks back in just a few seconds later, as you arrive in the belly of the ritual chamber, of a deep ritual chamber in the central ziggurat of the city of Admors, this Malo Pelu sacred site. And you see all around the area a bunch of Malo Pelu guards have been killed. And it is just a woman, a human half-orc woman called Uruhanu, who you recognize as the leader of the Onoramel, standing there with a group with Llewellyn and a group of her soldiers from the Onoramel. And you hear kind of up above, as illusionists project this noise down through, you hear the ambassador providing this argument and just kind of playing your illusion back to you, describing the carnage at Estepena and how the Estepenan people were completely blindsided by what came on, as you are here just a few layers beneath the Council of the Blades in the city of Hadmors. The Goliath will look at you and grunt, "More, Mintha, take them, go with the new one, and Uruhanu to wherever they're headed." And the Minotaur will beckon you along and to go be with Llewellyn and Uruhanu. What would you like to do? And they'll start barking orders to break up the rest of the group.
Llewellyn doesn't say anything. I don't. We didn't like get into detail, but like I definitely like. I don't know if Bay would object to but like any like level of disguising, you know. But I'm certain that like if you were not like illusioning yourself, that we would still have like put some kind of
yeah. Bay's in like a general, yeah.
I can do that. I have a class feature.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, so we're not immediately discovered because of Llewellyn.
And Llewellyn looks around. You know, let's see here. Llewellyn, Uruhanu, and the Minotaur, and the two of you start making your way into the depths of this chamber, kind of diving deeper and deeper and deeper into the central ziggurat in the core of the city of Admors.
So wait, I'm going with Celestrina. We're in the same group.
You're in the same group. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I'm not going to divide the party. I let y'all do that. So your help is up. Is up, sealing the doors to the chamber. To the chamber of the Council of the Blades. So you dive deeper and deeper, and by you've heard tell of a chamber that was said to contain possibly the spring where Admors breathe their final breaths on the mortal plane, at the very base of the ziggurat before it was even constructed, and that this was all built around it. And as you're going deeper and deeper, and you see that the Malopelu are, for some reason, nowhere to be found or have been disposed of in other means, you end up diving deeper and deeper into these caverns until you arrive to this central spring, where you see Uruhanu kind of removing some of the ceremonial barriers around the spring, and they will produce the green gem and place it in the center of the spring. And you hear Llewellyn kind of snip to the Minotaur. Mintha will say, "The dragon thinks she will escape, but she will not. Released from one bind and locked into another. When we break this gem and we complete this ritual, there will be no freedom for Nilmananji." And as you look up and down Llewellyn, his long boyish shag has been cut back to a clean crop. He has a set of 3 gems across the forehead, like this. His skin is blue and gray, and his eyes sit deeply rung, have deep dark rings around them. As this ritual begins to start, as you can tell that Uruhanu is seeking to bind the mortal spirit of Nilmananji to the gem that had been given to Odyssey in order to manipulate its power. What would you like to do?
Okay, I have an idea of a thing to do.
Okay.
So, as Shah, I will say, like, this is stupid. Why do they even need us here to protect them? It's not like there's anything that could possibly disrupt this ritual. I mean, look around. No one's going to come down here.
And Llewellyn will look at you and say, "At any second, a group of Malopelu could just teleport in here, and we would be tasked with dispatching them."
How would they even know to teleport in here, first of all? Second of all, what would they even do that would stop the ritual? I mean, how scary can the Malopelu really be? I mean, what would they have to actually do in order for the ritual to be disrupted in the first place? Like, you could just keep going.
Make a deception check.
Okay.
Deception is charisma, so you do have advantage.
Natural 20.
Ooh.
And I am good at deception, actually. So that's, natural 20 and then 26 total.
Okay, so clearly defining the terms of victory here. You don't let her die, and this will go off. Hirja requires that we bind the essence. Otherwise, those ingrates from the Ethereal Isles will unshackle her and release who knows what into this world.
Wait, so, like, if we just do nothing, then they'll be unshackled? Like, or do they need to get this gem?
The elves are looking to unshackle her. Okay. And what this ritual is seeking to do is to bind the essence using this kind of holy spring, this holiest spring of Udmoors, all the magic, latent magic here, which you can feel moving through you. For intents and purposes, this whole room operates as a ley line, which I'll explain mechanically in a second. Using and sapping the magic from this area, they're going to attempt to bind Nilmananji's essence to this crystal because it is her. And basically use it as a channel to control her power.
if there's any more information to squeeze, I think that at this point, what I would do is try to be like, I still don't get why the Malopelu would even come down here. Is there even anyone in Malopelu who would object to this? I mean, other than the ones we killed, but it's not like they have any competent military leaders or anything who, if they learned about this, would even come over here. So, but if that doesn't fly,
the Minotaur will you hear a big huff through its nostrils, and they'll say, "Shush."
All right. Well, in character here, we can roll our eyes and stop talking for now.
Okay. So they won't say "shush." They'll say, "Do your job." Or I don't know. It would sound more like, "Do your job."
So will you tell me who we're with? How many people are we with? Who does it seem like is going to be casting the ritual?
Uruhano is doing the ritual. She is stepping into the water.
The leader of the Onoramo.
The leader of the Onoramo. The leader of that faction.
And who else is there that's not us?
Llewellyn.
Uh-huh.
And Mintha.
The Minotaur.
And Minotaur. Yeah, right.
That's just the five of us.
Okay. Sorry. Thank you.
So, I think we can exchange a glance at this point, and then maybe here's my next thought.
Mm-hmm.
Soon Taz will check in with us, and I wonder if we can, be like, "Hey, Taz, what if you tell the Malopelu to teleport a team of Malopelu into here to help us fight them? Because they appear to be afraid of that." That's what they said, is that a team of Malopelu could teleport into here at any point. I'm like, ooh, that sounds fun.
That sounds like a great idea.
Okay. So the ritual starts. About 10 minutes go by. And you start to get, or time begins to pass. You don't hear anything from Taz.
No, okay, we don't hear from Taz.
Time starts to pass. A minute or two has passed.
Okay, I guess as far as we probably would know how long we expect the ritual to take, since that would determine, that would be helpful information for us to actually be guards. So maybe that, and also it took us a while to walk down here, I assume, to the spring from the lobby or whatever. But yeah, so if we think that this ritual is really short and we don't have time to wait for that, then we can do a different thing. But so the question is,
know that it's it is about 10 to 11 minutes.
Okay, and then I assume that the 10-minute mark is very soon, because it must have taken a while to walk down here.
No. That Uruhana walked with you. So when you arrived, 10-minute timer starts.
Okay.
You walk down with Uruhano. She sets up. She starts doing the ritual.
I'm in the 10-minute timer for when Taz is supposed to check in with us.
The 10-minute timer for when Taz is supposed to check in with you. You did not get that timer check-in. You did not get.
Okay, so we haven't heard. So this isn't something we can do.
So okay, describe the room to me really quick.
So you are looking around. So you have these beautifully painted walls out to each side that are made of a beautiful striped sandstone that comes down onto a what you think of as the original Earth from the era of the Daggerlands before the Sweetwater came in, and it comes down to kind of this central, probably about a 20-foot wide pool of water in the center that kind of has a constant bubbling from the center. Which is said to be the point at which Udmoors died, this kind of central point. That's the exact place where they died. And this is you see a whole bunch of, there is setups for rituals in here. This is a place where Malopelu are baptized, and where the Memnomantic magic that purge it, that kind of purges the Malapelu of their home identities, is kind of channeled into them. So this is like a really high ritual spot for them.
Okay.
And how many entrances are there?
There is, to your knowledge, there's one entrance.
Okay. And so we're standing at the edge of this pool with the three other people, with Llewellyn, and the two baddies.
Uruhanu is knee deep in the center of the pool, is chanting and holding the gift of Nilmananji, which was stolen from Odyssey's corpse.
Okay.
Okay.
And the four of you are kind of watching the door, kind of keeping an eye around.
I'm gonna go back out of the room and just like head over that way. Like where we came from, just briefly. And they can, if they question me, I'll have that role play. But other than that, I'll just go outside.
Llewellyn will say, "What are you doing? Stay here."
You just told me to do my job. I'm going to set traps.
No. Stay here. Don't go anywhere.
How deep is the water, Molly?
At its deepest, it gets to be about 2 feet. So neck deep for you.
But it's magic, maybe.
What do you mean?
It's maybe magic water, is what I mean.
Yeah, it's very magic water.
It is very magic water. You
can feel it.
You feel this place feels suffused with the weave. Like you feel like the most connection to Udmurs that you've ever felt in your life.
So I'm gonna try. Could I subtly communicate to Celestrina without how involved is everyone else in this ritual?
Is
we have like a little...
the other four.
But we're like pacing the room, right? Could we like have a moment where we like kind of cross paths or something, and I can mutter a message?
I'll make you roll for it, but okay. Yes,
I'm gonna do that. What do I need to roll?
That would be. How are you trying to? Are you trying to just whisper quietly? Are you trying to pass it off as something else?
No, I feel like just like maybe we make a couple of rounds, and I don't imagine this. We make a couple of rounds, and I'll as we go, kind of like
speaking very quietly.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Make a stealth check.
Okay. 17.
You see, as you go around the first time, Llewellyn is oblivious to what's going on, but the Minotaur looks at you after you whisper the second thing. You've caught the Minotaur's eye.
Which, to be fair, we are like buds. Talking isn't that weird. Yeah,
we're just two people having a convo. Okay, I'm gonna be like, Celestrina, when I say now, jump in the water and put your head under the water.
Okay, well, Celestrina can give you one of the predetermined signals for like yes or like confirmed or whatever.
Molly, your face is scary.
For earlier, I just like I don't know how much that they are gonna like. I don't know how much they're gonna continue to push back if I am like trying
to leave,
trying to like just walk outside for a second, because like I guess in character as Shaw, that seems like a normal thing to do, and I'm playing like this guy's like annoyed or whatever. It's like I don't know what the relationship is between these parties, but I have no reason to like revere those people, like the Minotaur or Llewellyn.
Llewellyn will like if Llewellyn is very quick to get pissed, and so if you like do it a couple times, like he will come up and he will like start to accost you. He will try to grab you and put you up against the wall.
Oh, sure. Okay.
You just from knowing him, knowing his temperament.
Yeah.
And so like he comes over and he's got his hand up and he's like, "Get the fuck back in there or this is done. I will have my people kill all of you right now. Nothing for the Daragarak."
Okay. So I I go like, fine, and then like fall to the ground and like rub my neck. Llewellyn goes back inside, and then as I follow, Josephine sneaks out of my cloak and runs down the hall to go warn somebody.
Okay. So there's a sneaky turtle.
Sneaky turtle. Just who's going to go try to like get, if Taz is not reachable, at least some Malapelu, that's the idea, is that we've established that they are afraid of Malapelu teleporting in who are capable of doing that. And so the goal is for Josephine to go and tell Malapelu to do that.
Okay. All right.
So now we can do everything else.
All right. And so, you're...
Does Bay see that? Does Bay like see Josephine sneak off? Nope. Okay.
No, probably.
Good. Okay, so I just want to like ask some questions. Did we see
in character?
No, to you.
Okay.
Or I guess, sort of both. Did we see them casting any like protection spells before they started this, or it was assumed that like we're all allies here, it's cool? Like, what's the level of trust?
You didn't see any protection spells get cast?
But you know what? You could probably cast some protection spells on you and me.
I could, but I didn't think of that, and I already have a plan.
I mean, that's normal. Like, before you do anything else, like, we're just, like, preparing to fight, right? So you may as well, like, bless us or whatever. Like, why not? Unless it's concentration.
Sure.
You've got a buff. There's no reason for them to question that.
I have concentration on enhanced ability right now, but I guess we're moving away from... Okay, yeah. So I'll go ahead. Can I... Yeah, I'll just cast Bless.
Sure.
As a second level spell on both of us.
You don't... First level gives you 3 people, I think. Or wait, does it do something different at second level?
Oh, no, you're right. It's 3 creatures. Yeah. Okay, so then, yeah, first level, I will cast Bless on us.
Just the 2 of you?
Then, are there any other... who else is with us that's our ally?
I mean, Llewellyn's a good friend.
No, I'm not.
I think it's normal enough to just cast it on us. I don't think that's, like, super questionable.
Yeah, Bay doesn't have the same level of investment to Llewellyn that, like, Odd had. So I don't think they would. They're kind of like, ooh, yikes, red flags on that one. So I guess Bay's gonna wait until everyone is. So sorry, the person Mentha is in the water. Mintha.
Not mint. Mintha, yeah.
Mintha.
Mintha is patrolling. Uruhanu is in the water doing the ritual.
Uruhanu is in the water. Okay, so at a time, and Llewellyn's also patrolling. At a time when Llewellyn and Mintha are as close to Uruhanu as possible, I'm gonna
give the signal.
I'm gonna, give Celestrina the eyebrows.
Okay, well, I'll trip and fall.
I'm gonna try and coordinate so that we both leap into the water and fully submerge ourselves, and then I'm gonna cast Fireball. That's my plan.
So, anyways, damn how big the room is. I cast Fireball.
That's great. No, this is so good. This is perfect. It's magic water. It'll protect us.
It's magic water. Magic? And so as you formulate this in your so if you just cast this out of nowhere, you're going to trigger initiative and you will have to wait until your turn. If you want to try to sneak this, you got to give me a roll.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna try and take them by surprise as much as I can.
Okay, so give me a deception.
I tell you what, I will I will strip and fall, catching their attention to distract them. So that then you can do that then.
Give me I will modify the DC for that. Give me a deception check, Baya.
Okay. Nat 20. Fantastic. Fantastic.
The nat 20s today are like so like not that impactful. Like they're
you watch Celestrina fall face first as the illusory magic ripples against the water, somewhat halfway dispelling itself. And as this happens, you see Bayou do the weirdest surface dive into the water as they pull out their flask of holy water, flick it, and the room is filled with a conflagration.
Why do they need a flask? They use the cannonball, and then that more forms the holy water that they can use for their fireball, right? This is holy water, right?
Maybe it's true. I'm swimming in a pool of holy water.
I'm swimming in a pool of power.
I really would like it if Bayou can do a cannonball and then cast fireball with the splash. I think that would be really fun if that's allowed.
Canonically, that's how it occurred.
Awesome.
Excellent.
That's how it occurred. Roll for. Let's get your damage out and then roll for initiative.
All right. What are we doing?
You see, Mintha. Okay, let me actually do this real quick.
Sorry. Do I roll to hit?
No, it's a
right,
saving throw.
No.
Maybe I should have kept Josephine. Hopefully the Malape will come at some point, and it's worth it.
Well, you know.
All right. So, what are your passive perceptions?
Probably not like great.
Sorry, I'm lost. Here we go.
Passive perception.
Oh, I do still have caterpillars, though. That'll be nice.
Where is that listed on here? On ours.
It's
on the gear.
Sorry, you both were talking at the same time.
Go ahead, Adora.
It's 13. And mine is 13. And Molly was saying that it's just if you got a 10 on a perception check. So you just add your perception from the gear tab.
Oh, perfect. Okay, then 16.
Cool. So, you see a flash of magic kind of wrap itself around Mintha. You're not sure what it was, but when the flash of fire comes down, Mintha's smoldering and appears to be unconscious.
Oh, good.
The other two do save, so give me damage.
Okay, so that's 10, 12, and 24, 25 damage.
We should also establish
12, great.
We should establish my buffs from this morning. So the normal thing for me to do would be to have 2 caterpillars. We each have aid and we each have sense danger. So you'll have 5 bonus hit points total, and you'll have +3 to initiative.
All right, great. All right, so we will start. We'll come back in here. So we have top of the order. We have Celestrina with a 14. We have Bayou with a 14. We have Llewellyn at a 10, and we have Uruhanu at a 15. So Uruhanu starts things off. You see.
Wait a second, Molly. No matter what, we were going to be stacked. There's only 4 people.
You can go every other.
You're right. Never mind. Ignore me.
Okay, audience. It is rare. It is rare and enjoyable when I am right about something about probability, math, anything with numbers or logic with Adora. You may or may not get this from her being through the medium of camera, but she is so fucking smart, dog. And everyone throughout her entire life has said this about her, and it's like one of the least remarkable things about her. There's so many more things that are remarkable, but Jesus, and so that she couldn't put that permutation together. I'm very happy about. I'm very happy I was right.
I feel like it seems like it ought to be 50-50, right? Versus stacked or no stacked.
I think there's only one combination. I think it's 33% is the actual thing.
To be stacked or not stacked?
to have no chance of stacking.
Yeah, so it's like, so I don't know. It seemed like you were like disappointed about the stacking because that seemed like the like that was an unlikely thing to happen. But
No.
I was thinking, I feel like the stacking is like the more likely possibility. Yeah.
Yeah, I was rooting for the underdog.
Gotcha. Okay, please continue.
Ever had that happen? You ever rooted for an underdog? Arf, arf. So let's get into it.
No, it's never happened.
Never happened. Doggy.
I guess you could say I'm an underdog. Yeah.
Damn. Top of the order. Uruhanu will snatch the gem out of the air, or will actually leave the gem suspended there in a beam as this beam of emerald light has started to fill the chamber. As you're feeling a tremendous amount of energy pouring through this chamber into where you are. It's probably, the beam is probably about 5 foot wide at its widest, and you can only imagine that in the night sky outside in Admurs, everybody knows something is going on right now. Something is happening because there's a big green beam of light coming into the temple. They will stand up and kind of suspending the beam in this light, and you see them kind of focusing on something in the background. They will move over to kind of drawing from the leather belt around her torso this kind of flash of olive skin with a rapier in one hand and a dagger in the other. Will come over to Celestrina and just kind of will try to stab at you in the water as you're kind of rolling around in the shallows. So that will be
I'll have
rolls with advantage.
Yep.
So that'll be 18. That'll miss. 24.
That'll hit. So that's 9 piercing damage. Yep.
And then we get another. Then we get a dagger hit, and so that'll be 7 piercing damage. And give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
As you feel venom start to slip into your veins.
26.
Yeah, you're safe. So yeah, you take another 7 piercing damage as Uruhanu is standing over here and says, "Wake up the fucking Minotaur! Let's get out! We need to finish this ritual! Kill these motherfuckers, and then we finish! I will not leave here without what we started!" And as this happens, it is Celestrina, your turn. You catch a rapier and a dagger to the back as you're kind of floating along in the shallows. You retch around in the water, this half-orc, half-human kind of standing over you in her studded leather armor, and she has her rapier basically at your neck. What would you like to do?
Yeah, ouch. Step 1.
It's very important in D&D. Acknowledging an ouchie and validating an ouchie is really important for your players. So, Adora, we hear your pain, and we thank you for being brave enough to share that with us.
Yay. Okay. I'm going to cast Mirror Image.
As you see, floating face down. Now there are 4 floating face down. Or no, maybe Celestrina is a little bit more chaotic. One is like lounging on the top of the water, like kicking her feet. Another one is right behind it. Another has kind of squirreled off to the side.
I am going to I'm just gonna let's see. Do I want to set up a dome of shadow around me? I don't think so. I think that if I'm 1v1ing this scary enemy, then we'll just do my best for that. I am going to just use my Mark of Shadows to like have butterflies surround and annoy them. And then I will go to caterpillars attacking.
Okay, great. So climbing out of your wet backpack.
And stand up, yeah.
Yeah, climbing out of your wet backpack. Are a series of these. How many? You have 2 caterpillars up?
Two. Yeah, 2.
Okay.
So first one is 14 to hit.
That'll miss.
Okay, second one is 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, so that's 4 necrotic damage and grappled.
Wicked. So you see this creature as the caterpillar like kind of launches its it starts to spin its silk around this creature. The creature is like trying to slash at it with the rapier and ends up driving its own dagger into its leg. And as it does, some of the silk kind of closes into it, and you start to smell rot taking hold in this wound. As the caterpillar holds on to a strand of strings, as it kind of floats along on the back of one of your mirror images. Next up is Bayou. You stand up, you're looking around, you see a good amount of blood in the water in this holy spring of Admors, from where Uruhanu is stabbed them. You see Llewellyn kind of staring at you both menacingly, and the unconscious Minotaur in the corner. You are muted.
Solid. So Uruhanu just stabbed Celestrina. Is that correct?
Twice.
A bunch.
2 times. Yeah. Okay. Good. How close am I to that situation?
You're within 20 feet. You're all in the pool, so.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Hey, you just cannonballed.
Indeed, I did. I'm
even for Bayou, this was pretty shallow cannonball.
I mean, I got little stubby legs. You don't know.
I got little legs.
I got little legs. I'm gonna cast Spirit Guardians.
Hell yeah.
And then okay, yeah. So it is when they enter for the first time. I'm gonna run up to be on. I think I'm gonna try and stay outside of Uruhanu's range. He's grappled, right? That's what's happening.
She is grappled. Yep.
Great. So I'm gonna be at the as far at the 15-foot threshold of where the Spirit Guardians would hit him.
Her.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was a human. That was a male.
We are the misgendering podcast.
It's what we do.
We missed
all genders are gendered equally, though. So
hosted by me, misgendering.
One of my good friends actually does drag as mixed gender.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Which I really like.
That's cool.
It's very campy drag. If you're in Western New York, if you're in the Buffalo, Syracuse area, and you see kind of like a very ambiguous gender fluid person doing really high concept, campy Looney Tunes inspired drag, you've seen mixed gender. No. Sorry, Scarlett. What would you? No, so you see a standing in this pool of water. So this is upcast to 4th level. So just make a note of that. Does that increase the damage that it puts out?
Yeah, 1d8 extra.
Yes, 1d8 extra.
Okay, so you're casting it up to 48. What does your spirits look like?
I think it just big ol' water droplets kind of rise around Bay and then start to spin like a centrifuge kind of situation, like really fast.
That's awesome.
So
glowing.
this radiant like water spout kind of forms around Bayou, absolutely buffeting their enemies as it comes up around this creature. Anything else you'd like to do? Bonus action?
No.
Okay, cool. So kind of
actually, can I? How much did I have to move to do this to get to where I am right now?
You have 25 feet of movement left.
Okay. Where's Llewellyn and where's the stone?
The stone is being held in place with that beam. You're not sure what's going on with that. Llewellyn is 10 or 15 feet away.
From
Is
the
like
beam?
on the other side of the puddle. So like you're here, right? You're here. The two are here, and then kind of at the other end of an isosceles triangle, probably about 30 feet away, is Llewellyn.
Okay. So the stone is between Llewellyn and I.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna try and grab the stone. So I'm gonna run up and ram.
You run up and you try to grab it, and your hand passes through. Your hand is knocked away by this beam that's going through it. You know that as long as Uruhanu is alive, you're not gonna get head or tail out of this.
Okay.
It's bound to her blood or something.
Would you allow me to run back to Uruhanu?
Well, yeah. So you move like 10 feet in, try to grab it, you can't, and then you move 5 feet out, and then you're within the 15 feet of Uruhano.
Well,
so
it's just the first time in a round that they enter that, though. Is that how it works?
Well, no, it's on their turn, so they're not taking damage from this until they start their turn.
The first time
they enter
on their turn.
Oh, okay.
Or if they enter, period. So, like, if Celestrina grabs them, moves them out, and then back in on a turn.
I thought it said on their turn.
No.
Oh, it's on a turn.
On a turn.
So does they take damage now then?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
You cannot run it on to a mob.
Okay, but you can run the mob onto it?
You can run the mob onto it.
Okay, that's useful because I'm good at running mobs.
Yes.
Fantastic.
I can do that.
This is called, in D&D optimizing circles, this is called the cheese grater strategy.
Yeah.
Where you go.
Excellent. Okay. Cool. Well, then that is the end of my turn, but I will move back so that I'm in that area.
Cool. So Llewellyn looks at you, looks at Celestrina, and you see his eyes go from kind of this icy gray to this fiery red. And you've seen this a few times in different forms, but never like this. And his hands, he reaches into the void, and his hands wrap with shadow magic, like you saw him do to kill the dragon just a few weeks ago. And as he's walking forward through this knee-deep water for him, he walks right up to Bayou and swings.
Is that
he does? Yeah, he will trigger
casting a Shadow Blade.
Shadow Blade, which is a 3rd level spell. Okay, great.
Yep.
But he walks up to me?
Yeah.
Okay, so he will.
So he'll take it. Yeah.
Damage.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So he takes. Ooh. 19 damage.
On the
You're
fail.
4, right?
So let me check. Yep. Cool. So that gets him up to 34 damage. And then this will be 4th level casting of Shadow Blade is 3d6 plus the upcast is 5d6 is 46. Great. So we'll walk up and we'll start kind of crack his knuckles, and as he does,
I'm gonna use shoot. I'm sorry, I don't have it pulled up. But the
Flare?
Yeah, the imposes disadvantage.
All right, wicked. Make sure that you mark it off on your spell list on your check off. So this will be with disadvantage. The first one. Here we go. So the first attack is a lower of the two is 7 plus 7, 14. Does that hit?
No.
All right, cool. Second one. That is a nat 20. So we get that's really bad luck.
Wait, we're not next to each other. Yeah, no, never. Keep going.
Okay.
Sorry. That's pretty bad.
Yep.
It
Not
is very bad.
ideal.
It is very bad. Yeah, because that's a 27 to hit with a nat 20. So that'll be so this they swing down at you with one arm, trying to like catch you with a hook, and you dodge underneath and you miss the uppercut coming around from the other hand, and you get knocked back. You take 32 psychic damage as this knocks you back across the room. Make a DC 15 concentration check.
All right.
And Llewellyn, by the way, is dripping blood from the from between the fire and the globules.
Oh, okay. So 17, so I pass.
Yes, you do. So your spirit guardians remains intact.
Yay!
Yay!
And when you get shunted, you shoved across the room.
No, I mean just for flavor, you get knocked on your ass. But
got it.
As the uppercut cracks you across the chin, and you definitely spit out a tooth. 32.
Oof. Okay.
Yes. Top of the order, Uruhanu. Let's see here.
Spirit guardians first.
Yep. So wisdom, it will fail if you want to roll me damage.
Okay.
And remember, you have that extra die.
Yep. So that's going to be 10, 16, 17.
Wicked. So we're up to 33 damage delta on Uruhano and 34 damage delta on Llewellyn. Next, it will... Yep. It will look at Celstrina. It will look at you. And Celstrina's little caterpillar will catch the first dagger. That'll kill the first caterpillar that's grappling it.
That's fine.
Then we'll rapier twice at Celstrina. First one for a 22.
Okay,
second one will miss.
Let me roll the mirror image rolls. I want to do it right this time. So the first one is 3 and 4 to miss. So it has to be under a 6 to hit to be correct. So it is under a 6. So it will connect with the real one.
Okay. So you're going to take rapier damage, which is 9.
Okay. When I take 9 damage, I'm going to use Rebuke of the Talisman to deal 3 damage and shove them 10 feet away.
Okay, great. And so I'm going to...
I would like to shove them ideally 10 feet away out of the Spirit Guardians.
Okay. You angle yourself to do so.
Cool. And then it's 3 psychic damage.
Great. 36 damage dealt so far.
And I take 9?
You take 9.
Okay, as I take this damage, all of the mirror images start to catch fire with a bizarre, shadowy, blue oil slick type of fire.
Ooh.
I love this.
It makes them harder to see.
And so you step forward into the room, and do you want to do, or she has to step back to you? Which if she was on the edge, she's going to stay outside of the Spirit Guardians. She's not going to willingly
probably come around. Unless depends on where I was, because if it was by you to me to them, which I think is kind of at this point theater of the mind, so it's kind of just random. So whatever you think is cooler. Yeah,
so I think she stands up from being knocked back and runs back at you with the rapier drawn. You're able to easily sidestep it. As if you roll to make sure see if your clone gets killed.
My clone gets killed. So I have 2 left, or 3 total.
And you kind of see her, she growls at you and she says, "Why would you defend this creature? It has done nothing but hide from you. It will not protect you." So Celstrina, you're up.
At me?
She's just barking that at you and by you.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I'm probably still disguised at this point. You said it like half dispels or something like that.
Oh, I mean, by the time if you got hit with the thing, it would dispel into, you would see that you're Celstrina.
What thing?
when you got hit with the rapier.
Oh, is that how that
First
works?
time? Yeah. If you get hit, the illusions are discovered.
Oh, I believe you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm Celestrina again. So I'll just roll my eyes at that, and at this point,
I heard it from everyone.
Yeah. So I am going to. Where's Llewellyn right now? Next to Bayou.
Llewellyn is next to Bayou. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I am going to.
Did you push him?
Didn't you push him away from me?
No, I pushed. No.
Oh,
I pushed the other one.
Okay.
Yes. So I don't want to. Okay. I'm trying to think about like the tactics here because I don't want them to like flank us and stuff, which is hard to do because there's 2 of us and 2 of them, so they can pretty much always flank us no matter what we do, as long as we're like. Actually, there's nothing we can do to stop them from flanking us.
What if we go back to back?
That doesn't help, unfortunately. They can still flank one of us.
Back to back to back to back. That's all that I can do with that song.
But that's okay. I am going to go into the Spirit Guardians and use my Mark of Shadows to pull, I forgot the name, the Onorama leader into the Spirit Guardians towards me.
Uruhanu, all right?
Uruhanu, yes.
Do I need to throw? Or is that just happen?
No throw for you, just the wisdom save for...
Okay. That is an at 20, but it's still half damage.
Oh, by the way, Uruhanu should be taking a D4 on attacks and saves. I should have said that a long time. Not saves, just attacks and ability checks, I think. So that I wonder if that could have helped me when you got a 22, but it's okay. It's too late now. We're moving on. I'm happy to be moving on. I will pull Uruhanu in towards me, and then I'll on the one hand, I'm thinking, we should focus on Uruhanu, right? Because like they're the one where if they die, it stops the ritual. But on the other hand, I feel like Llewellyn is probably like a squishier target, and 2v1s can be fun. So I think at this point, I will wander over to where Llewellyn is, flank Llewellyn, and use, let's see, illusory feint, because I don't think that.
Just remember, we're not playing
Llewellyn's
flanking
moving
anymore, but.
Oh, I didn't know that at all.
For purposes, yeah.
Okay. Okay, well, then I will... Yeah,
I didn't done it all season.
Okay, I didn't know that either. Okay, well, then I'll wander over and... Well, in that case, I think that it's less compelling. In this case, I will just... Okay, here's what we'll do. I'm going to Booming Blade the Uruhanu. And
okay.
Yes, 24.
All right, I didn't get damage from Scarlet yet, though.
Oh, yes, right. To pull it towards me.
11 half.
Yeah.
Okay,
we didn't roll great.
We're up to 41 dealt.
So I think that like the way that I want to sequence all of this will be the first thing that I do is Booming Blade, and then I will like move into the zone and then pull them after towards me, so that the end result will be me next to. My brain has really shut off. Me next to Bayou. All of the me's next to Bayou in various scary locations, but not next to Uruhanu. And not next to Llewellyn either, just next to Bayou. And so if Uruhanu...
all of your one friend is with you still, Bayou.
So if Uruhanu wants to attack either of us...
one friend plus bonus one friend.
Like, I'm imposing myself between us, but, like, such that I'm not next to Uruhanu. So if they want to come towards me, they have to move and trigger Booming Blade.
I understand that, absolutely.
Okay, so then, that's my turn.
So, sorry. So you're hitting them with Booming Blade.
Yeah, I think they can get an attack of opportunity on me.
Then you're pulling them in.
I hit them with Booming Blade, move away. This is where they could attack me if they
So you're going to take an attack of opportunity. Oh, wait.
Yeah, they have disadvantage. So all melee attacks against me have disadvantage while I'm under half health as a warden thing. Sorry, go ahead.
Make your Booming Blade attack first.
Okay, yes, it was 24 to hit.
24 to hit. Yep, they can't do anything about that, so they will definitely take the swing at you as you move away. That'll be a 25 minus D4.
Okay, I'll roll for mirror image. Okay, I need to read it. I think that they are hitting me because it's a low 23. Roll. Mirror image. Yes, okay. A 23, it will hit me. And even with disadvantage?
Nope. It'll miss.
Cool. This is the me being on fire thing, is that the melee attacks will have disadvantage because I'm low on health. So I'm on fire, so they hit the right one, but they can't quite see exactly where I am, and it just glances off my armor because the fire was concealing exactly where the chinks in my armor were supposed to be. I hit them with the booming blade, and I'll roll damage for that.
And so you see, as Celestrina's form is wrapped in this shadow flame that seems to lap sickly at her shoulders and her armor. You see her reach out with her kind of foul dragon-tipped blade to strike this creature.
Yes. So 8 slashing damage, 2 thunder damage, and 6 psychic damage.
Give me the sum, please. That's 16.
It's 16. And let me just check the math really quick. So my total current is 48 because of this. Oh, wait, and I have 23 out of 48. So do I want to stay under? Yeah, I'm going to save my sword healing charges for now because being 1 HP below half is actually quite convenient for me.
There you go. All right.
And then I'll just give a cheeky caterpillar bite or string shot. I guess.
That's a cheeky one.
Yeah. Plus, so 14, I think, misses. And that's my turn.
Yeah. Really? Because that would be... anyways. All right. So, Bayou, you're up.
Okay. So you don't want any healing, is what I'm hearing?
So healing is fine. I just, if it's a small amount of healing, I would rather use it later. But if you're able to be do good stuff and also still heal me, if you have a cantrip healing word situation, that's probably worth doing. But also because I'm on fire now, I'm very hard to hit, and these enemies both really like melee attacks. So maybe I'm chilling actually. Maybe heal me if I fall over.
Okay, great. So yeah, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself, on my me.
There you go.
And
so that's your action, and at what level?
It to a 2nd level.
Okay, so it'll go to a 3rd.
Right, because I'm in the one. That's so convenient.
Is the water upcast for everyone? Are these mechanics that we're allowed to know now, or is it just
yeah,
every kind of spell, not just holy spells and stuff?
All spells are getting upcast 1 level because of how badly the weave suffuses this place.
That's awesome.
Okay. So I've got some.
Kind of makes mirror image feel like a waste, huh?
Maybe you should get an extra image.
No. It's fine. We're being normal. Mirror image is a good spell, even though it's the way that it works in 5e is not that good. I feel like it does a lot of work.
So, what happened by you?
Okay, so I do that, and then I will just like reach back because you're in my little circle. You're in my little water circle, right, Celestrina?
Yeah.
Well, no,
everyone is. All four of us are currently.
All us be chilling in my little hot tub that I made just for us.
Your hot tub. Yes.
That is all I think I'm actually gonna do.
Oh, you can also, if you have a healing potion, you can use a bonus action to eat it, right?
I did pretty well.
I guess a third level cure wounds is pretty good.
Can I use give life on my? No, I can't. It's only on other creatures. Yeah. So no, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait on that. That's what I'm gonna do because I rolled pretty well. So that's what we're gonna do.
Awesome.
Right. So Llewellyn, recognizing that your magics are giving you that are protecting you from melee attacks, will shake the shadow blade out into its blade form and will give it 2 hucks at you.
At me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Those will not get disadvantage.
So the first huck is only a 15.
I still have to roll for mirror image. Okay, the first hook, it hits the wrong clone, and I have one clone left.
And then we get 22.
The second one hits the correct clone. Did you do the... Oh, no, that's not minus D4. Yeah, the second one hits the correct clone.
So that's 22
22 will hit me.
to hit, and then we will just do this. For 11 for 15 damage.
Okay, 1 second. I'm just going back. 15.
14
okay.
damage.
14.
Damage.
Okay, that is okay.
Everything is fine. This is fine.
Everything is fine. I will rebuke.
Okay.
Yeah, rebuke them.
Yeah, I'll rebuke them. So 3 psychic damage and push them 10 feet away out of the spirit guard. Oh, wait, did they take spirit guardians for starting their turn?
Yeah, they need to.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
They save.
Okay,
Both of
so
them?
half damage.
Just need the one roll.
Llewellyn.
Well, that was a real mixed bag.
Well, that's
2
nice.
sixes and 2 1s. So
Nice. So
That's
14.
exactly average. So you're up to 41 damage dealt to Llewellyn right now.
And I take 14. So I'm at 9 right now.
Yep. And then what was your talisman?
They take 3 and they get pushed 10 feet. And if there's room, I guess they're next to...
They would get pushed just out of the
Just to the
spirit
end. Okay, yeah, just out. Okay, yeah. Perfect.
Yep. So you see Llewellyn shaking out this dagger of shadow energy and flings it quickly at Celestrina once and then twice. And the first one, Celestrina's flame laps around it and kind of reincorporates it. But this flush of psychic energy that moves across Celestrina's inflamed armor opens up a weakness underneath her arm, and the other blade finds purchase through her armor. Then the next up is top of the order, Uruhanu, who is stuck in place.
Well, Uruhanu is not grappled, but is in the Spirit Guardians.
Yeah. No, Uruhanu is in Booming Blade and in the Spirit
Oh, yes. Booming Blade, yes.
excellent.
They save, but I'll take Spirit Guardians.
Okay, so that's 17.
Cool. And then we have that down to 8. 50, that is 65 damage dealt to Uruhanu so far, and 44 damage dealt to Llewellyn. So they're gonna look at you. Yeah, this is a real pickle, isn't it?
Oh no!
A dagger is going to fly across the room and try to bury itself and bite you.
Okay.
I don't have my reactions, so I cannot help you with this. But I guess you could use your thingy again.
Uh-huh.
Are you going to do your thing?
Can I wait? When do I have to tell you before you?
Let's give it a read.
Let's give it a read.
You know.
Let's see. 30 feet of you that you can see. You can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll. So probably not. Okay. Or I don't know.
Yeah,
How would you?
Yeah, I think you probably have to pick before you know the answer.
That's what I was like. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. Look, it says actually before it hits or misses. So correct.
I'll go ahead and use it.
Cool.
Okay.
It misses. Got your resources. Cool. So this dagger flies across the space, and you see this as it arcs across. This flare knocks it away as it arcs from your hand. This creature, Uruhanu, is unhappy, and you'll see them. So here's a question.
Okay.
Does teleportation break Booming Blade?
Moves, right?
I don't know if it counts.
Like willingly moves.
This is I'm honestly gonna Google this.
Yeah, I mean it's very
so-
unobvious from the description. It seems like baseline it should count, but I think that for flavor reasons I could easily see it not counting, and that would also make sense to me. Because if it's like, if you're sheathed in booming energy, I can really see it either way.
I am going to say that movement is movement and teleportation is teleportation, and that she teleports, that they are distinct items, and that I'm going to teleport and remain sheathed in the energy, but end up next to Bayou. And then she will take you see kind of this, she collapses into a tendril of shadow, and she reappears as a tendril of shadow, and the rapier thrusts down at Bayou.
With a minus D4.
The first one will miss. The second one is a 16 minus is a
also
what's your AC now, Bayou? So I know we retuned you after Shadows.
My AC is 18.
Okay, yeah. No, it misses.
Excellent. Also, I misread the item that I have. I have an item, my beautiful cloak.
The cloak.
So can I say that when I took that damage, I did create a water droplet? I created a droplet?
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Great.
I thought I had to use a reaction, and I'd already used my reaction, but I only have to use a reaction to use the droplet, not to create it.
Oh, maybe the droplet is like glowing gold.
Also circling my head very quickly.
So it's just distinguished from the other like hot tub droplets because they're all little, and this one's like big and glowing, different glowing.
Heck yeah.
It's the same. I just have a tiny hot tub on top of my head.
There's just so many bubbles in this place.
I'm so excited.
So many bubbles.
I'm so excited to learn how the droplet works, how the cape works.
Ooh.
It's a lot of fun.
Okay.
Next up is Celestrina.
Very good. Okay. I will. Oh, it's fine. It's too late. I will.
It's too late for that now.
I was like, I don't know if the teleportation was from a spell or what the deal with any of that is, but it's not important. Okay, I guess I should look at my... You didn't
feel your ability to do your interrupt.
Cool.
Click on.
Yeah, that makes sense. I guess if I wanted... I think the only thing that I actually have that scales if it gets upcast... I guess I have command, which if it gets upcast, I can target a third enemy. Very useful. And... and Forsaken Chains, which is not useful. It gets 2 extra chains, but I still think that my best bet here is to just go for. I'm very low in health. I am going to illusory feint this enemy. Uruhanu, thank you. 21.
Hits.
Okay, so that's going to be. Sorry.
With the slash of this blade that is etched from the very spinal cord of a dragon itself, Celestrina steps behind one of the mirror images, briefly stepping back through the fey and bringing its blade down.
Yes, yeah. More mirror images show up, but only one of them has a real sword, and it's able to get through. So that will be 12 damage, and I will use a charge to heal myself for 3.
Cool.
And then Bayou is next, I think.
That's
so
true.
if you can heal me, so either I can take a healing potion with my bonus action, or I can pull Llewellyn into the Spirit Guardians and cause them to take I guess they would have to take it twice if I did that, because then they'll start their turn. Okay, I'm gonna pull and just leave the healing to you.
Sounds good.
So Mark of Shadows pulls Llewellyn back into the Spirit Guardians.
Great. Give me that damage roll. They do not save.
Ooh, 48 time. And now the minus D4 to do things is on Llewellyn. And not Uruhanu. Scarlet, can you roll the... Okay.
Yes, sorry. I was reading the thing. I apologize.
Nice.
Okay.
She's the thing reader.
12. I'm a thing reader. It's what I do. I read things.
12 damage. Wicked. So we are up to 56 damage. Llewellyn is looking rough.
Good.
Rough.
Excellent.
and that is That is the end of Celestina's
Yeah. Well, let's
turn
slingshot the guy.
Oh yeah, right. So as Celestrina steps forward, slashing, many copies of Celestrina slashing out with a blade, carving up this half orc, half human in front of her. As another one of the copies reaches through the Shadow Fae and wraps a shadowy hand around Llewellyn, dragging him back in to this spiritual guardians.
And as I get closer to the gem and the spine start to very faintly glow like green together.
Yep. As though they share some kind of blood. And next up is Bayou.
Okay. I am going to use... describe me... I'm sorry, where the baddies are right now. We're both together.
Right next to you is Uruhanu.
Uh-huh.
Right next to Uruhanu is Celestrina. About 10 feet away, or 5 feet away now, or 10 feet away now, is Llewellyn.
Okay.
And I'm next to you. And I don't know if Uruhanu teleported next to both of us or just you, but I'm definitely next to you.
Okay, cool. I am going to cast... I'm going to use Radiance of the... I'm going to use my channel Divinity Radiance of the Dawn.
Cool.
So con saving throw.
Llewellyn will fail, Uruhanu will pass.
Okay, and then so they do still take half damage. And it's gonna be, this doesn't get upcast though, right? Or does it?
No.
It's not really a spell. Okay.
Not a spell.
Okay, so that's
sorry, that threw me back to good place. Not a woman.
Also not a robot, not a girl. Okay, so that's 13 plus my cleric level, and we're level 5 right now.
6.
We're level 6. I know where.
I know what's going on.
I know what's going on. So 19 damage.
19 damage.
Sure.
All right.
Everybody.
Everybody. Llewellyn is on his last leg.
Excellent. Okay, excellent. And then I forgot. I still have turn to do, guys.
You have bonus action.
I am gonna use healing word. You know what? Actually, no. That is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use healing word on my dear friend Celestrina.
Yay!
Yay! And I will. You know what? No, Molly.
No.
I'm gonna use mass healing word.
Wow.
I'm doing it.
Do it.
I am. I'm going to.
Great.
Okay.
What's it do?
So we both get healing.
Nice.
And
it gets upcast.
Right. Okay.
And who are you targeting with this?
Me, and Celestrina.
Okay.
Do we have any? Are there
Can
any?
You target the caterpillar who fell, who got slain. They're probably dead. Dead.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
And nobody else. We don't have anybody else, right? The other caterpillar isn't.
It's just the other caterpillar is at full health.
Okay. All right. So that's going to be plus my spellcasting modifier. Okay. So 13 healing for both of us.
Wait, cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And that's your last third level, right?
That is my last third level.
Cool.
Okay. I am no longer on fire. Unfortunately.
Good.
This girl's not on fire.
Good.
So as Llewellyn is teeters forward towards you both, is barely hanging on. This let me make sure. Let me see if concentration holds. No, it doesn't. Okay. And puts up his fists one last time and says, "You always hated me, Celestrina. Finally, you get to kill me. I bet you're so fucking happy, aren't you?" And we'll take a few more. Let me kill your friend before you do this to me. And we'll start to swing out at Bayou. First punch. That'll be a 16 to hit. That'll miss.
Mm-hmm.
Second one, that'll be a 24 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. And so...
I'm assuming that Llewellyn survived the start of turn damage, right?
Oh.
Oh yeah. Also, yeah.
Probably not. No.
Let me see.
Nope. And so his last words will then instead be, I hope you're proud of yourself, Celestina. You and the Mithril Guard always wanted to kill me. And she coughs and says, now you did. And you see him fade from consciousness. So we start to top of the order, Uruhanu. And you see quickly, you see the inset gems start to whir too. And just as you've known, every other one has gone, so too goes the life and memory of Llewellyn. In an explosion unceremoniously here at the bottom of the ziggurat in the holy place of Hudmors. Top of the order, Uruhanu. So we're there. She's looking around. Yeah, she's all right. So she's going to try to stab out a Bayou because she has to roll her wisdom save. She fails. Go ahead and give me damage for Uruhana.
That's gonna be 10. Oh, I'm sorry, 11.
Okay. We are at 90 damage dealt.
I'm going to use protection on the first attack at Bayou.
Okay, great. So that's disadvantage.
Yeah.
13 and a 19, so the first one is 20.
Oh, sorry, I know you already said. Can I use my final warding flare?
On the next attack?
Yeah.
Okay.
No problem. 100%.
Yay.
Yeah, so the first one will be the dagger, so you'll take 5 damage. Make a constitution saving throw for me, Bayou. Oh, also, so first roll your concentration check.
Oh, they hit still?
Yeah, it was a 13 and a 19. The 13 would have hit.
Gotcha.
20. I
makes
rolled
sense.
a 15, so I think I passed.
You pass. All right, and then now a constitution saving throw for the poison. As you feel the dagger's poison
I already
start to slip
rolled
into your
that when you
veins.
first said it, and I'm going to honor that roll, even though it wasn't very good, because that's 13.
Okay. So you feel this poison start to slip into your veins. You take 14 poison damage. And you feel you gain the poison effect. You have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. You save at the end of your next turn. And then the rapier will strike out at you at disadvantage from the warding flare. That'll miss. And then the last one will be an 18. That's me to beat it.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be 9 piercing damage, and then another Constitution saving throw, or another concentration check.
Rolling well on my concentration check, so that's good. I rolled a 19.
Nice.
That spell is doing work for you.
Pretty clutch.
That's really doing a lot of work. And how much damage did you say it took for that one?
9.
Okay.
You still up?
I am still up. I fully healed myself last time.
All right.
So I am at 22 right now.
And so
They're vibing.
You will see her. You will see her. She will disappear into another inky tendril and will reappear outside of your spirit guardians in the room. Next up is Celestrina.
Are they close to the spirit guardians? Can I pull them in?
They're wise.
They've learned this. They've learned their lesson.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Well. Let's see. So are they in the water?
No.
All right. Well, I guess I don't want to make concentration checks. That's no fun. Whatever. Let's do it. I'm going to cast Forsaken Chains on Uruhanu. And that will be...
I'm going to rule movement the same Just so you know.
Yeah. So teleporting won't count, but I will immediately pull her and trigger one of them.
Okay.
So that is, I think that, let's see, 1, 2, 3, that's 7 total chains. Because it's upcast from 2nd level. And for those at home, this is the, chains are latching on, and then every time they move 5 feet, unless it's teleportation, then they'll take it 1d12 necrotic damage. And they do move 5 feet when I use the Mark of Shadows on them, and I will roll
So
a d12.
Celestina tears open a number of small portals to the Shadow Fae.
Yeah.
And you see kind of the 6 odd bug eyes of Kozu kind of appear around this creature. And following the eyes, claws made out of shadow will reach through and wrap themselves around Uruhanu, holding it in place.
Yeah, I don't know how often they can teleport or how many times, but I will interpose myself between Bayou and Uruhanu just in case. And Caterpillar will go and string shot and hit. And deal 4 necrotic damage and grappled.
Okay, so we have, how much was your one Forsaken Chains that went off?
Oh, 4. Also 4. The 1d12 was a 4. So that's a total of 8 damage for the turn.
Cool.
And I interpose, and that's me. I'm going to stay next to Bayou.
And so Bayou, it's your turn.
I just had a thought.
I'm so sorry. That sounds painful.
It really is tough. Does teleport have a somatic component?
You have not seen her make any hand motions when she's teleported. She's just kind of seems to be able to will herself into the shadows.
Okay, and there's no verbal component either.
Not that you see, no.
Okay, too bad.
Just vibes.
Okay, just vibes. All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna run. I mean, I guess I'm gonna. I'm gonna run up to her.
Okay.
I'm gonna
So much
run
for the
up to
interposition.
No, okay, I won't do that.
No, you can do it. Just.
Well,
It was in character.
Yeah. What's in character?
I'm gonna run up to her, and I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds.
When all else fails, get it.
Inflict Wounds.
Get it.
Upcast
And
wounds.
this is where, without fail, Scarlet rolls a fucking 20.
But I have to roll with disadvantage, don't I? Because I'm poisoned.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
Well,
and
It might not. You might roll 2 20s. What do I know? You rolled 2 so far. Maybe we get up to 4.
Are we blessed? Is that concentration? Is that gone?
No, I'm
Blessed
not
is
blessed
gone.
because I
Well
have Spirit Guardians up as my concentration.
Gotcha.
So we're not blessed anymore. Yeah. And I don't make the save till the end of my turn, Molly. Is that correct? Okay. All right. I didn't, but I did okay. We did okay. So that's gonna be 19 to hit.
And you'll get their first reaction, and they'll knock your hand away using a parry from their dagger.
Aw.
Too bad. Okay.
I can only lose so many PBEGs to inflict wounds. Okay.
It's really done clutch for me.
I know.
And they don't take half damage if they do that. Okay,
No.
so great. Then
It's not elemental spike.
that is going to be the end of my turn.
All right. So, seeing this, they step out. You see them.
It's their turn.
Yeah, because it was you.
Oh, and you're next to them.
At the start of their turn, they take the damage.
Okay, they save.
Okay, so that's 8, 14.
Okay, so that is we're up to 105 dealt. They're bloody. They're not doing great, but they're fine enough.
Okay.
They're good enough to act. Um,
And if they're stepping away from me, don't they also take an attack of opportunity?
I don't think they're stepping away from you.
You'll get your chance at fun in the
Okay.
sun. Don't worry, I got you.
I mean,
not gonna let you.
Faye does very much damage in that realm, but you know.
Unless you'd rather save your reaction for whatever your guy does. Your cloak.
So you see her step back into that shadow. And as she does, she appears behind by you and brings down a dagger. That'll be a 15. That one will miss. And as quickly as she comes in, she disappears and pops out, and she appears behind Celestrina.
I believe I am not on fire currently.
I love burning a 5th level spell and then and not hitting with it. And as she returns back to original space, she just looks at you, shakes her head, and she says, "I'm tired of waiting for Nilmananji to bend the knee to us. I will take her power now." And she she steps back into that inky tendril, reappears behind the crystal, plucks it out, and crushes it.
Oh no.
And that's where we will pick up in season 4 of the Concord Nilmananji. Thank you so much thank you so much for joining us here for season 3. Thank you so much to Isabel for being an awesome partner for the first 5 episodes of the season. We're gonna miss you next season. We loved Kendall as a character. Obviously I want to say thank you to Scarlett and Adora, my ride or dies. I really appreciate both of you being here for what was a crazy 2024 for Concord.
Yeah.
So here's to a very normal 2025, okay? Yeah. Like just normal vibes, okay? So for y'all who are watching this before season 4 starts, we're going to be joined by Trev Tells Tales, who is the author of Another Kind. You've also seen them on this network in the Siege of Penna, and they were also on Tales of the Valiant into Avernus, which if you watched me last fall. And then you also may have seen them on Dancing with the Stars. You may have also seen them on Journeys in the Haith, which was one of their own show here. So if not, please come on, check them out. We'll also be joined by Penny, who you all know and love as Taz. And they'll be joining us as a new friend, so I'm really excited to have them along. I want to give Scarlett, do you have anything that you would like to plug?
No, I'm just happy to be here.
I'm very happy to have you here. Adora, anything that you would like to plug?
Well, and also you might know Penny from being on the team that designed the Slay the Spire board game. So if you've heard of this board game, she helped make that, and it's cool.
I can't tell you how much, every time we're hanging out, Penny is working so hard on that.
Now she's working hard on something different.
But during Shadow, she was working on it, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, every time, I'm telling you, if you are kind of on the fence about it, Penny put her whole ass into that. Recently married as well.
Yeah.
Cheers to Penny for getting married. Yeah.
I will plug that if you are trans and you are in a place that is not safe for you in the US mostly, and you are trying to move to somewhere that is more safe, you should consider checking out either TC Pipeline, which helps generally people move to Colorado, but they're also pretty swamped, but that's tcpipeline.org, or the group that I run, which is currently called C-Train, which is focused on helping people. Well, it's like a SEA train because it's like Seattle based, but like we're about to like restructure a little bit and expand to, like, I guess by the time you see this, what you really should do is seek out Traction PNW, which is, or like it's just Traction, but then their website is tractionpnw.org, and they'll have you can contact them and they'll help you, and I'm helping them help you, or you can, if we still have social media up, that's like, you know, the C Train on Instagram, or like Linktree, the C Train. And so we are, or you could just DM me, just find me and DM me, and I'll forward you wherever you need to go. That's also a good way. And my socials are always linked probably in these guys. So if you're trying to like move from one place to a safer place in the US, then hit me up. I will put you in the right hands, hopefully. That is what I'm plugging.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you for the work that you're doing. I have to get in contact with you. I had a bunch of friends over the other night, and we wanted to get something together for that. So I'll have to check in with you about that after we get off the call.
Yeah.
So as far as my plugs, you know, hey, I'm Molly Hits Different. You can find me at www.mollyhitsdifferent.com. You'll find me doing anything game theater. I'm taking my first crack at running Pathfinder coming up. So we're going to Pathfinder in Palace. So we'll see how that goes. You'll always see me at the game theater stuff. You're going to see me here running season 4 of the Concord. We're switching to live because our lovely producer, Jen freaking Giggles, is finally, after like 2 years of busting her hump on this channel, is taking a break. And if I can plug one thing, let's plug 2025, taking a damn break. Like, I know there's a lot of important work to be done, and like,
Bayou's like, did somebody say damn break?
I see what you did there.
There obviously is so much important advocacy work to be done, and there is so much that we need to do as a trans and gender expansive community to support one another in this time, but also like get your 40 hours done and clock out, dog. Take a break. So rough from us here at All on the Table. You're loved. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.